Hello, my name is Deanne Branham, and I'm the Senior Director of Master Data Management here at eVerge. Today what I'm going to talk to you about is the Precision Fit methodology and how we've modified it for the Master Data Management practice to support the tasks that we have to accomplish for a successful implementation. As you can see here by the slide, that the inception, the elaboration, construction, and transition, those phases are all the same across the entire practices. However, there are specific processes that are important to master data management that need to be enhanced within this implementation. So although we all have project management and infrastructure management, some of the key things that are different about information management is that data and process governance are key components across the entire project. So we are implementing data governance processes, and we are recording and implementing best practices across those data governance processes. We're also looking at data and we're analyzing the data. So it's very important that when we're looking at this data that we can analyze it to determine what type of policies that need to be created, how this investigative data profiling pieces are done throughout the entire life cycle of the implementation to make sure that we're focusing on data, because that's what we're doing. We're mastering data. We need to determine what is the best way to be able to have the best data. We're all also continuing on with functional design and technical design, but what's different in the master data management practice is that we are looking at how the data is processed. So while the CRM practices and the BI practices are looking at different ways into their own specific processes, we look at the way that the data flows between the different systems and how it's mastered. So we want to have active participants from the client in order to say that this is the correct data. So through that functional design, we're doing prototyping. And that prototyping is first with the data quality tool. This allows us to take the data, show it in its previous state, and then run it through the processes, and then have the customers look at it after it comes out of applying these policies and standards into its cleansed state. This also allows us, from an iterative prototyping design perspective as we go further along into the process, is that we'll actually load data too. We'll load it into the MDM application, and we'll allow the users from the client to be able to go in and actually steward that data. Look at it, resolve the conflicts, look at how the duplications, and see why data has become in the state that it has and how to fix it. So we continue on into the methodology, and then as we're doing this, we're also looking at the core MDM functionality. So the life cycle of the data, what we call life cycle data management, is a key component of this construction phase, because this is where we're assembling all of the rules that we have gathered from the client through the investigative data profiling, through just the iterative prototypes that we've had, as well as their involvement, and to making sure that that core MDM functionality and that life cycle data management is implemented properly. The integration services are a key component for master data management because the hub is not a standalone application and is integrated into the other applications. Its key here is that we have to make sure that we have the right integration strategy. This is also where if we have multiple projects with multiple practices, such as the CRM practice and the MDM practice are on the same project, then we work together here to make sure that we are integrating in the right way, we have the right data that's flowing across the systems, as well as that the right processes are being enabled. This is where having this precision fit methodology is also key, because we are all working from the same baseline methodology and we know what steps and tasks have to be accomplished to be successful. Of course, the last phase is the transition phase, and this is the go-live phase. This is where the key component for master data management is user validation, making sure that the data is processed correctly and that the deployment goes smoothly. So this is how the Precision Fit methodology has been modified for the master data management implementation. We hope that you found this informative, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any practice director. Thank you.